I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
That's Booby.
I'm Jumpy and... Well... I feel like I'm always doing this in the videos. Ghosting!
Be a man. Stop crying.
I know.
Stop having meltdowns.
I know.
Stand up, sir.
Yep.
It's your weak self.
I knew somebody that had your name and they weren't like that.
It's your weak self. Boy, oh boy. It's a funny world we're in. You're about to make me go back to the old me. Don't make me have to make you. You bitch. Okay.
Okay, shout out to Sarah.
Shout out to
This
Sarah.
is, I believe, this is the last one that we were gonna be doing for her.
Yes, ma'am.
It kind of getting pushed more and more because the title sounds like it's gonna be really sad, and I'm not sure I'm ready for that.
Yeah, I think we had this queued up, and I
We
said,
did.
and I said,
He
no,
was like,
no.
Honestly, I almost reached out to her and said, please pick another song. I don't want Vin to be sad.
I said, no, we're not doing this one today. So we skipped it and did something else. But, you know.
So today, but
I'm just mad today. I'm not sad today. So I'm just mad. I'm not really mad.
So this might be a good day for it.
Interesting conversation with a man.
With a man. Yeah.
The man child.
Right.
This is Mama from the band Genesis. For timely topical political commentary, you can hit us up at Middle America with Vin and Sori. Don't forget, we got the Rockathon. This is going to be the underground show for tonight, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, unless
Inshallah,
we're releasing the interview.
I don't know. We'll think about it. We got the Rockathon coming on Friday. $25 for a song review. We will do it live. Also, somebody's giving away a Tool limited edition Fair Inoculum CD. That's going to start at $65 for the bid. There you go. Okay, so let's do it. Genesis, Mama, let's do it.
Go.
Touch and to feel you, mama. Oh, I just can't keep away. In the heat and the steam of the city, eyes got me running and I just can't breathe. So say you'll help me, mama, 'cause it's getting so hard. Oh, now I can keep you, mama, but I know you're always there. You listen, you teach me, mama, and I know inside you care. So get down here beside me. Oh, you ain't going nowhere. No, I won't hurt you, mama, but it's getting so hard.
this song is very interesting if it's saying what I think it's saying. What did you
What do you
interpret
think
it?
it's saying?
It looks like a guy with an Oedipus complex.
Yeah.
Oedipus who is in
Yeah.
love with his mom.
Yeah. Well,
It's the Oedipus complex where the
Maybe I
kid's
was-
in love, like, has
with his mom, literal
like
mom.
sexual attraction for his own mother. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think it was like literally. For some reason, I was thinking that his mom had passed away, and that he was around somebody that reminded him of her.
Oh, because
But-
I can't see you.
Yeah, I knew there was something. I'm like, where did I get that?
Yeah, it looks like she's gone. Maybe she died. But then,
And it seems like I thought that he would go to the city where this girl was.
yeah, he keeps saying that he can't see her, his mom, but then he wants to. Maybe somebody that looks like his mom. But there
Just
seems to be
reminds-
these sexual undertones. 'Cause
It absolutely did.
you know, it's getting so hard. Oh,
When he
You
was
know,
saying like he can't see, like
the singer, isn't that the same singer from In the Air Tonight?
that's what I
Not
thought.
the same guy?
That's what I was thinking.
It's
I was
got that
literally gonna
style
say
with that
yes.
drum, with the, you know, that drum
Yeah.
thing, like that 80s sound?
I was gonna say it sounded just like him. That's so funny. Yeah.
What's that guy's name? In the Air Tonight. Who is that?
Is there something Collins in there? No, that's not. It's
In the Air Tonight.
Who is it?
Phil Collins.
I was right for once in my musical life. I second guessed myself.
But, okay, so, yeah, maybe they bit off that guy's style or something, or maybe that's just how rock was in the 80s. I mean, it was before we were born.
I mean, it definitely sounded a lot like that.
Yeah, so it just seems like there's a lot of, like, weird, kind of creepy sexual undertones to what this dude is saying. And he keeps talking about his mom. I think you're right. It's probably, his mom's probably dead, but then there's a, yeah, it looks to me like, you know.
I mean, or maybe it's what you're saying when he's saying, now I can't see you, mama. Maybe it's that he wants to be sexual with her, but he can't see her. But I know you're always there. You taunt, you tease me, mama. But I never
Yeah, but that's the
can
thing.
keep
It's
away.
like, then we'd have to say that the mom is participating, which is.
No, I wasn't saying that the mom was
Well,
doing
it says
with
you
him.
taunt, you tease me.
Well, yeah, but haven't you ever heard people that are like messed up say stuff like that? Like, oh, she was teasing me, and I mean, she was just doing whatever.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, going with my thing, I just thought it was just, you know, like it's the heat and the steam of the city. Oh, got me running, and I just can't break. So stay, don't leave me, mama, because it's getting so hard. Yeah, I thought that it was a woman that reminded him of her.
It's that whole Oedipus complex thing is a very strange notion to me because, and I'm just saying this from what I'm about to say is different from the Oedipus stuff, but you know, there's this thing called GSA, which is genetic sexual attraction, and it's basically this idea that, and it's most of the time when you're separated from a family member, either a brother or sister, basically from birth, or a mom and a dad. And then when they finally meet each other, there's this phenomenon that happens called genetic sexual attraction, which basically means that they fall in love with each other. So it's like, this is a thing.
Oh, I know.
It's an orientation, there's support groups for it, whole 9 yards.
I know.
I was gonna be in some debate about something, and I was doing it in my research, and I found it, and I was like, shit. And then I looked, there's support groups, I would read the message. The message boards are pretty heartbreaking, though, because there was a ton of confusion,
Oh gosh.
and there was a ton of, they were kind of like, what's going on here type of thing, and,
I bet.
you know, this one woman, she was kind of like 19, 20, and she met her dad, and her dad are now, you know, whatever. And I'm trying to look at it like, get beyond the ick factor and think about what she's saying. And this is a scientifically diagnosed.
Yeah.
I mean, it's there.
Yeah.
So, you know, I was reading through this thing, and it was pretty heartbreaking as far as like, because you want your dad, you know, you missed your dad and all that, and then she's like, well, it's kind of like I lost my dad because she gained him and she lost him because she felt attracted to him, and then he was no longer in a father role with her because they were whatever. And then, what does this mean about my dad? What does it mean about me? It's just really, really crazy stuff.
Oh my god.
You know, am I gonna have to get fixed because of the whatever? I mean, it was pretty. You know, it's kind of, you know, we've kind of opened ourselves up, you know, to LGBT people. Have made a lot of strides to make sure that on a societal level, you know, that they're accepted and stuff. But a lot of there are folks that are oriented that way. I mean, they just are. And like I said, it's a phenomenon. It's not like, you know, it's different from being like gay. Like there's a lot of testimony, a lot of gay people like, look, I knew when I was 5 and 6. Mm-hmm. Not necessarily the mechanics of what it meant to be gay. It's just I like the dolls and I like the, you know, I like the boys in a certain way. And not, you know, when everybody was, you hit puberty and you love the boy, you know, you love the girls. I like the boys and da 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 da. Mm-hmm. The GSA is more like a phenomenon that happens almost spontaneously, and it's generally in a certain situation where they're together and then they're separated, and then they come back. And when they come back, and the theory is because the symmetry is almost identical. It's kind of like looking at a mirror and seeing somebody who is like you. That was sort of, I read a couple of scholarly articles about it, and that was some of the theories. But I mean, it's mind-boggling as far as like how to help and what to do and how to come alongside those people. Like it's not something that's...
I hate situations like anything that has like a claustrophobic sort of feeling. Like there's like a lot of situations where I can be like, oh, that's weird, but I can see how that could happen. I don't understand like that phenomenon. Like it makes sense. But at the same time, I'm totally confused by it. But
right.
But when I think about it, and I think like, I can't. Some situations you can kind of put yourself in the person's shoes, but I can't. That's like too weird to me to put myself in that situation.
Sure.
But if I can just like, you know, like look at somebody else's situation, I can see how that would be an extremely difficult situation to be in, where it's not just about, you know, some like lustful thing, but there's some deeper connection that you're having, but you've gotten like the roles and the relationship kind of confused. And so because there's that confusion in there, like you love them, and like I can see like sometimes girls kind of get in this space where they feel like the only way that they can love is through sexuality. Right. And so maybe she's missed her dad for so long and she's just wanted to be close to him for so long. And then now here runs in the opportunity and she feels attracted to him like that. But it's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
she
it's
was saying,
complex.
she was saying, I initiated, everybody's going after my dad. I mean, the guy is like 45 or something like that. She's 19.
Yeah.
It's just, in that particular one, I'm like, the dad is a really scummy dude. Like, I don't care.
Yeah, he should have not.
But the worst one I saw was this gay dude that I was reading on the message board, and that's when I stopped. I said, I've done enough research here. It was this gay dude, and he met his brother that he'd never met in a long time, and obviously, statistically speaking, turns out his brother is not gay. So he fell in love with his brother, who he got separated from, who was his twin brother, and his twin brother, obviously, and so he's like, I got all these feelings for my brother, and obviously I'm not going to say it because I just hold on longer for hugs, and and I'm like, oh man, I was done after that. And it wasn't because I was like revolted by the situation. I was sad. Just like, it's just sad, man. Yeah. Like, and you know, whether or not you know, everybody has a line for sexual mores. It doesn't matter who you are. No matter how advanced and progressive people think they are, most people, especially if it comes to incest, like they're against it, and it's not just because of the reproductive ramifications. I've asked people like, okay, so brother and brother, is that cool? And they're like, well, no, you know what I mean? So it's just kind of a situation where it's like, where do these people have an outlet?
Yeah.
You know, they're on this super secret message board and they're, you know, saying this stuff, and it's heartbreaking stuff, man. It's terrible stuff. But, you know, the amount of shame and secrecy that goes around people's orientations are so destructive. You know, and it's not something where you can talk about it in the public square. And of course, people say, yeah, I mean, the function of shame in a society is to is to manipulate behavior, right? And so a society gets together and tacitly agrees upon these are good actions, these are bad actions. So there's a punishment reward system, so that's how shame is supposed to function in a society, right? But that's the theory. But it's also, to me, very detrimental. I just thought to myself, I don't know how in the world these people are going to live on this planet for another 10 years, considering how difficult it is, you know?
Yeah. You know what, too, is like, I don't know. It's a little, I'm not really sure if you're going to know what I'm talking about. I think so, but like, I was in a particular relationship in my past, and, this was, I was young, I was like 17 years old, and like, I felt like I was completely in love with the person and I wanted to spend the rest of my life with the person, and then I realized that we were not headed in the same direction, and I realized, okay, I can't do this. And so I broke up with them, and like, it was extremely difficult going through that heartache, even though I had broken up with them. But I didn't have to see him again, like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't have to see him every single day, or, have all these dinners, he's part of our family or something like that. That would have made the process so much more painful, and it would have dragged it out, and I don't know if I could have separated myself from the situation in that case. So then it's like, how are these people that are, when they're attracted to their family member, like, you can't just separate from your family, like, you need them as your support system, but yet your support system is part of the reason why you're mentally in the state that you're in. Like,
right.
that's just
and again,
brutal.
The context is, most of the time
they've been separated, and then they come back,
right.
And so it's like, how can I re-separate from this situation?
Yeah. And then she said it best. It was like I was gaining and losing my father at the same time.
Of course she was.
Right. So,
of course she was.
So it's,
and I agree. I think that he should have not.
Horrible, horrible, horrible conundrum to be in. Terrible stuff. Good Lord. So yeah, I don't know if it's a girlfriend, and why did you choose a girlfriend? Like, and where's that line? Because if you think back in the day of like tribal and clan type lifestyle, you're not going to get that far. Genetically speaking, it's there's not a lot of variation. You know what I mean?
Oh, I didn't know what you were
If you're in
saying.
a tribe or you're a clan, I mean, it's all, like the royal family, they're all, like, they're all hemophiliacs. So it's like, on the one hand, it's like, oh my gosh, but on the other hand, it's like, well, no, like think this through. And the other thing was, there was a report of like, why do certain people find certain things attractive? So like, why do black men find shapely women attractive? And it all just so happens that all black mothers are shapely women. So that's your paradigm for what a woman's supposed to look like. And so like all of your preferences or whatever, these are things that you cannot choose. You cannot choose what your preferences are. Like, I'm never, ever, 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 ever going to be attracted to like a pencil thin, skinny person. It's never going to happen.
What if I get pencil skinny?
I'll love you for your great personality. No, I mean, I'm just being 100, because I don't believe in lying and all this shit, but like, I'm not saying that I could never be with a pencil thin person. I'm saying, to me, that's not like mega attractive, and most black dudes are like that.
Right.
Most black dudes, the bored skinny thing just doesn't generally work for us. But again, we come from a certain, and then Nordic folks things are a little bit, you see what I'm saying? So it's just, it's like there's a line here. There's a continuum. Like, it's the same idea to me about the LGBT stuff. Like, everybody's on a continuum.
Yeah.
I hold the theory that very few people are 100% gay or 100% straight. That people are on some sort of continuum.
Yeah.
And I think with this, it's also kind of like a similar thing. There are qualities that that you are attracted to, and a lot of it has to do with your environment and your socialization and your most immediate sort of reference points for that stuff. So, I think you can freak out a lot less about people if you view sexuality on a continuum instead of just this black and white.
Yeah.
This is good, this is bad type of thing.
Yeah.
So, and then it's like, okay, depending on where you are on the continuum, now you gotta manage it.
Yeah.
And you gotta say, okay, is this healthy?
Right.
Because it's factual. There's certain lifestyles that are not healthy sexually on a physical level. And there's certain lifestyles that are not healthy sexually at an emotional level. I mean, those are just facts. And so it's up to every responsible person to go, okay, this is where I'm going to continue on this particular issue. This is what the CDC says. I gotta be mindful and manage it this way.
Yep.
Period.
Yep.
You know, so it's a tough situation. But anyway, the song is a little bit repetitive to me. I love that 80s sound though. The what's the guy's name? The Phil Collins sound. I like the drums and the vocal style. I like that vocal style a lot.
Yeah.
So that's gonna get some points, but it was a little bit repetitive to me, to be honest with you. But it was a very, very deep topic, so I'm gonna give it a 9.2. The topic was pretty deep.
Yeah.
And so I'm giving it. It's 3 whole points.
You were still gonna rate it pretty high then.
It was a 6. Well, no, I was gonna give it a 6.
But
because they tackled
points.
they tackled such a crazy topic.
Okay.
And then because of the vocal style, I gave it a 0.2, so it's a 9.2. That's what happened. 9.2. All right, there you are, dear listener.
Look, so my eye. Remember, I pinched it when I was taking out my Halloween contacts. Then I burned my finger. I don't know if you guys can see it. There's a big old blister on my finger now. Zoe goes, "Mom, why do you keep doing these things to yourself?" I'm like, "Honey, I'm not doing them on purpose."
If you look at her body like, you know, you never will, but, you know, her thighs or whatever, in or out thighs, are always bruised up. And
I know, it looks really it's like, why is this, how does this happen?
I remember, like, way back in the day when we first started hanging out, I was, like, questioning a little bit, like, yo.
You thought I was getting abused?
Well, you were always just bruised up. I'm like, what's going on? And then you'd like, oh, you know, I just run into stuff, which is typical of what abuse would say. But then, like, when we started hanging out at your house and stuff, and I observed, like, you're klutzy as hell.
Yep.
Like, you're graceful when you walk. You kind of float into a room, but then it's... So, I don't know how we got to this discussion, but
anyway,
there you are, 9.2.
9.
Vin out.
Sori out.
Gone.